So now what we're going to work on is just recap real fast what we call a around the world or a knee on belly or around the world on our knees. So the first thing we're going to start off is I'm putting my knees way down on his hips so it's not too much pressure on his stomach. When we're getting in a good knee on belly position, my preference, there's a lot of ways you can do this, my preference is to focus on the near side elbow and then kind of push control on this elbow. The near side elbow, I want to come underneath it and I want to frame on my bicep. So as he's trying to turn towards me, I'm just going to keep this framed into my thigh so it's hard for him to move. I can lower this down if I want, but right here is usually pretty good because I can just keep a good frame. It's hard for him to turn towards me. Even if he's pushing on this knee, I can just still keep some good pressure by keeping this elevated. And then right here. So now what we're going to work on is flowing around. So we got this is position one, knee across the hips. Now a lot of times what he's going to do is start coming here to pry this knee on. As he does, we're going to come to the second position. And right now, it's just we're not pausing here, but this is just to get used to the flow, which is both knees on him. This one across the chest. If we want to be a little meaner, we can bring this up to the face or the neck. Right now, we'll go across the chest. And then we're going to open up this way. So from here, same type of deal. I control pressure in the far side, holding this side up. And then we're keeping pressure. Right now, my foot's on the ground a bit, but just I'm being nice to my training partner. But we want to keep pressure, and my chest and body are up. I can look around and see what else is going on if we're in a self-defense scenario. And then we're here. Now, if I need to move, he's moving out, have a tough time controlling. I'm just going to work my hands on him and come around to the other side. Here, okay? And now we're going to just go the same thing the other direction. So from here, we come to the knees, both knees across, and here. Sometimes we feel like we can come across to a mount or we're trying to, for example, if he's rolling away from me, what we can do is we're just going to put pressure on him. I can briefly put my hands on the ground if I need to, and I'm going to swim my legs here, and then we can use our leg to push him back. So he turns away, swim, and then get our legs back control, pick up underneath, and control the wrist. So again, this is working the flow. Here, cross, knee, and here. So all we're doing is keeping our body mobile and staying on top. Now, position we want to get to from here, to where it gives us a lot of options to finish, is getting to this knee control in the arms. So when we get here, where we're trying to get to is now we can control a head. We've got this arm control. We can sit and control this arm. This gives us a lot of options. Obviously striking, we have a lot of options. On the ground to finish, we have a lot too, all because I'm isolating an arm. We can work a lot of different options of what to do with this arm, but the isolation is what we're going to work on. A couple different ways we're going to do it. One, as we're moving here, you'll see that this arm is a little bit up. When we get to here, I'm just going to slide this knee down. I'm leaving it on here. I'm going to slide it this way as it replaces with that one. And when it does, now I'm sitting on this arm. You'll notice I'm not digging my shin into his bicep. I'm leaving a little bit of room. If I dig my shin into his bicep, he immediately starts to freak out, and I've got to try to ride the bull in that case. So keep it here where he feels kind of comfortable. We can control the far arm. We can come here and control. Either way, we're in a really good control position from here because we have the arm isolated and we can isolate this arm. A couple different ways we can get to this. We were just working a minute ago with the field goal position. So while we're in the field goal position, we're here. Really good move or transition back and forth between the field goal. He's keeping his arms in here protected. He doesn't want me to have in position. So I'm going to come back here. As I'm coming back and forth around, you look, see how this arm is pinned down? He doesn't want me to have this, which is fine. We're just going to take our hand here, till we're still in field goal position. Just take our hand right here. Now this leg is going to pop right up here and stick it right in that crease between his elbow and his ribs. And now we're going to be patient. We're going to stay on here. Just be patient. Let our weight do the trick. And then now we're going to settle into this spot. And it's okay while we're working this field goal position, working back, forth, to even come up here, right here. Now we're in our second position of knee on the belly, or knee on chest, and we can work from here, and we can always back to field goal. And you see that the flow back and forth between these is really fluid. And you should never, in this drill, we're not finding ourselves reaching across the hips unless our knee is up here and we're blocking. The reason we're not doing that is the second this comes across the hip, he is shrimping out and turning towards me to recover his legs. And now I've got to fight this battle. So that's that flow, and we'll work a few more submission attacks from that field goal, moving, and the knee on belly or around the world on the knees.